What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be unboxing this box and showing you exactly what's inside of it. I think you're going to be really interested to see.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
So this recently popped up on an Instagram advert for me in my SPVIDZ feed, and I reached out to the company because I thought A, it's something that I was interested in, and B, I think it's something that you guys will be interested in as well. So pinged them a private message and said, this is my channel that I've got, would you be interested in sending me one of those and I can do some videos around it? And they were like, yep, we really dig your content, we'll send one over. And there has been a bit of a wait for this because it's come from Canada and we've got loads of postal strikes here in the UK at the moment, so we've had to both be quite patient, but I've finally got it in my possession so I can start making videos about this. So full disclaimer, this was sent to me for free, but that is not going to stop me from telling you the absolute honest truth about what I think about this device. I'm going to be really frank and honest and tell you everything about it. In this video, I'm just going to go through the physical things of it, the unboxing, and show you everything about the device from a physical point of view. In future videos, obviously it's going to feature more and I'm going to show you the actual features of the device. But yeah, today I'm just going to unbox it and explain exactly how it looks and feels to you guys and tell you exactly why I'm so excited about having this in my possession. So as usual, let's get down to the table and let's end the suspense and I'll show you exactly what is inside. Okay guys, here we are down at the table with the box, and one thing that I want to say before I start is that this weekend I completely rebuilt my desk again and made it back to kind of as it was originally, the full size, and it's so much better. The only difference if you're one of the OG watchers or subscribers here on the channel is this is way less deep than my last one was, and that is definitely better, but I think I've got a really good setup now. And this position for recording even is just so much more comfortable than anything I've had for the last sort of 4 or 5 months. So hopefully that's going to improve production quality a little bit because I feel a lot more comfortable doing these videos. So let's get this open and let's see what's inside. First of all, there's a thank you for supporting us. Scan the QR code and you can go on their website and that takes you straight to a kind of setup guide, and it shows you some tutorials as well. So let's get all this bubble wrap out of the way. And here we go, here is the actual device inside, which looks absolutely crazy. Look at that. That looks amazing. A lot smaller than I was expecting actually, which is interesting. We've also got a couple of stickers. These can go on my desk. And we've got a USB-C cable as well. And there's just a bit more bubble wrap in the bottom of that, but I don't need to show you guys that. So what is this little device? This is a wireless, low latency Bluetooth controller. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I'm really excited about this. I think the first one is that when I saw this, and I saw it on an Instagram advert, I immediately thought that this was something that this channel and the subscribers may like, just because it's kind of like that kind of pocket kind of controller style, and to be honest, I'm into that kind of stuff as well. So when I saw this, I thought, wow, that looks really interesting, and I think my subscribers will dig it. And another reason why I'm really excited about this is because I know a lot of you guys want to see me do a series about the Koala app for iPhone and iPad, or just for Android as well. I think it does Android as well. So this could be the missing link which will make that series really possible and quite fun, is that you can use this with your devices because it's Bluetooth. So I'll be able to use this to make beats and tutorials for Koala. So if you're hyped about that, leave a comment below and smash that like button, because that's something that I think you guys have been crying out for quite a long time on this channel, because it's so similar to this sort of SP workflow. So yeah, now that I've got this controller that I can use with it as well, I'm super excited for that. So that's one of the main reasons why as soon as I saw this, I was just so hyped on it. And I've also made beats in Ableton in the past as well, so it will be quite fun to give this a go. And one of the big advantages of this, I think, like most of the products I tend to get hold of, is just the sheer portability of it. I mean, I can just throw this in my pocket and quite comfortably make beats on my phone, say if I go on holiday or I'm away from the studio, just on a bus or on public transport. And yeah, it's just super lightweight and portable, so that's another great thing about this, and another one of the reasons why I was drawn to it. So yeah, really excited to do a kind of mini series on this and incorporate this into my workflow. I know it's slightly different to what I usually do because it's sort of leaning towards more modern technology, but I think that's a good thing for the channel as well. It's nice to get a bit of a mix because I've been kind of stuck with the Mark II at the moment, so I think this is a nice way to branch out. Okay, so that's the introduction to the product itself. So let's go around this physically and I can explain everything about this. First of all, as I've mentioned, this is a lot smaller than I was expecting. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, it just took me a little bit by surprise. I thought it was going to be slightly bigger than this, but I mean, it's not really any sort of criticism, it's just came as a bit of a surprise, but it's not a problem. I like the size of it now that I'm used to it, and I think, like I say, it's perfect for throwing in your pocket or in your bag. Secondly, I think what's really important to note about this is the weight of it feels really, really high quality. It's got a really nice weight to it. Unlike a very similar product which I have, the PO33, this has got a much nicer weight to it. I'm not exactly sure why that is the case, because I think it probably has got very similar components, but yeah, it's definitely just got a much nicer weight to it. And as you can see, these are very, very similar looking devices, but I will state that they're not made by the same company. Obviously, this is a completely different company that have put this together, but yeah, there are similarities to them, but I'll go over the physical things and explain why I think this is a really good product. So yeah, it's similar to the PO33, but definitely different in other ways, if that makes sense. So let's look at the face. What have we got here? We've got a dial, which I will say that's probably the cheapest feeling thing on this device. It just feels a little bit too easy to twist. I would like to feel a little bit more resistance in that, so I do think that feels a little bit cheap. We've got a slider here, so I think that could probably be used for like modulation. If you can map to this, that would be absolutely amazing, because if I could map pitch shift, say on Ableton, to this, that would just be so handy. So yeah, that feels really nice. I think that's got a nice feel to it. We've got Noise Machine Straight Vibe in addition, so that's what the letters stand for, the NM and then SVE. That's what that stands for. And we've got 3 lights down here: power, connect and channel. So they're all little LED lights. You can imagine exactly what they do. On the bottom we've got a USB-C connection, and obviously we've got the cable in the box as well, so that's obviously where that connects up. I'm pretty sure that's probably for charging the unit, because I do believe this is completely wireless. I mean, it must be, yeah. So there's probably an internal battery in here which charges up via the USB. And maybe if you're connected to like Ableton or something like that as well, you can just go directly with the USB connection. I'll obviously figure that out a bit further down the line. There is a small circle here, which I'm not sure what it does. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not sure if there's anything behind it or if that pops out. I'm going to leave it for now until I definitely know what that is, because obviously I don't want to break it on the first day that I've got it. So yeah, there could be something behind that, but I'll investigate that further and let you guys know in another video. There's a little switch around the back here, and that's another thing that I will say looks a bit vulnerable to breaking. So if that's in your pocket or in your bag, there is a chance that that could break. Now along the top here as well, you've got these kind of ports. Now I'm not familiar with what these cables are. If any of you guys know, then please let me know in the comments below. But there's 3 pins here, there's 3 pins here, and then there's kind of like the male version here. So you've got 2 female inputs and a male one here, and maybe that's for syncing their products together, or maybe that's a standard cable. I'm not aware of that cable at all. I've never seen that type of connection before. So yeah, if you do know about that, leave it in the comments below. Maybe there are some cables that I can get a hold of that may be able to be used for something like syncing gear together, etc. So the final thing and the $1 million question: what do the buttons feel like? Are they nice to play? What I will say is they're not amazing. They're not like absolutely like, wow, I can't wait to just be playing with these all the time. But that being said, they're definitely better than the PO33 by quite a long stretch, I'd say. So it's hard to really put them against something, because they're not a pad like on an SP, but they're not a button. They feel better than a button. They've got a much nicer rebound to them than you get on the PO33, and they just feel a bit more comfortable. I think they are just plastic again, but because they're slightly bigger, and yeah, I don't know, it's probably mainly the size, the surface area, that just makes them feel a lot more comfortable to play. And yeah, that rebound to them does give it quite a nice kind of spongy feel, which I do like. I don't know how good this will be for tapping out drum beats. I have seen them do this on their Instagram profile quite easily, so obviously until I've actually tried it I won't know for sure, but certainly for triggering samples they're going to be really nice. I can feel that. So yeah, not like the best buttons you'll ever feel in your life obviously, but you know, some things are about compromise. This is a really small portable device. You're not going to have amazing feeling pads on them because they're limited by the size. I think the only other thing to say is that the construction of it feels really solid, so I think this is geared towards sort of being transported around. The casing feels solid. There's a nice plastic cover, unlike the PO33. I know you can get covers for that, but this comes obviously as standard. So there's a nice sort of plexiglass finish to the top of it. And one thing that I really like is this looks like it is 3D printed, but I don't know if you can see there's a kind of sparkly effect to it on the outside. Hopefully you can see that if I'm catching the light here. It's not easy to show, but I really like that. It just kind of gives it a nice bling feel to it all. So all in all, quite a nice looking and feeling device, and I'm really looking forward to doing more videos with this for you guys. Okay guys, that is the Noise Machine from This Is Noise. Please go and follow them on Instagram and show some support. I want to say a huge thank you to them for sending me this over. I can't wait to make some more videos with this device. There's going to be loads of stuff with Koala, stuff with Ableton as well, hopefully, and yeah, whatever else you can do with this, I'm going to try and cover it all. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Hit the thumbs up if you like this content, and I will be back with more content soon. Keep making beats. Peace.